Honey Buns Fit here. So I am going to be walking you through my day of what I eat. So we're following flexible dieting and macros. So basically most of my foods that I'm going to show you today is kind of what I do midweek. And then it's a lot of what I prepare the night before that's already ready for me for the next day. So I have it with me, but if I want to change anything, I can do that, and that's the point of flexible dieting. So so if I decide this meal that I brought with me, I didn't really want to eat that today, but I wanted something else that had a protein, carb, or fat, well, I can do that. So, but then I wouldn't be, either way you won't be stuck. So that's the point of flexible dieting and macros. Flexible dieting is eating anything, eating whatever. There's no restriction. So many people restrict themselves, which causes binging, causes plateaus, the list goes on. So that's what flexible dieting is. Macros is a specific number, proteins, carbs, or fats, that is customized to each person and that individual and their needs specifically. And if you, once you get that number figured out, you can eat whatever you want to that number as long as you stick within that range. So it ranges from, people who want fat loss or who want to make gains, or people who just want to maintain but want to enjoy life and enjoy life's food. So I'm going to give you a rundown starting with meal one all the way to my last meal of the day, and kind of give you an explanation and info on that meal, why I'm eating it, how much is in it. Now keep in mind that what I'm eating, what I'm going to be sharing with you today is a number that's specifically designed for me. At least it can help guide you and get you going in the right direction. So just by me sharing you how I structure my days. Also, I'm going to be showing you what I do as far as logging and kind of explaining that to you with the meals. And then most of the time I plan everything the night before. So it makes it easy, so I can just start my day and not have to think about it. But it becomes such a habit, it becomes part of your lifestyle that it's simple. And it's only as complicated as you make it, and it's really not that complicated. It's just having the structure and having the ideas and where to go from there. So, but hopefully this can kind of help motivate you and get you inspired to structure and make your own flexible dieting, or get you at least started. So I like to use MyFitnessPal for all my tracking of my macros and my food. I usually like to log everything the night before I even start my next day, because then everything's going to be already logged and already tracked, so I already know how to prep for the next day. So if I decide I want to change anything that day, after everything's been logged, it'll be super simple just to change things out. So if I didn't want this meal, then I can delete that out and add something else in. So then I'm not scrambling trying to figure out, gotta log everything in at the last minute. So I like to do it the night before, plan my meals out when I'm actually prepping my food and I'm logging at the same time. So then it's easy, you're doing it all at once, you're not trying to do multiple things throughout the day. This is by far the most accurate and best app for macros for any tracking that I've ever used. The database of foods is huge, so you're going to always find what you need. Otherwise, it's really, really simple to put in any foods or recipes that you're using. Makes it easy to stay on track. I love it. Starting with meal one, we have my protein pancakes with my strawberries, and probably one of my favorite meals ever. So we're going to put it in, we're going to start with meal one. So we put in our egg whites, do half a cup, and it gives you the rundown of what's in it. We got 12.5 grams of protein. And we're going to add into the 1 cup of oatmeal, the sugar-free cheesecake flavor fat-free jello mix, and then we add in my strawberries. 4 ounces we did today. So we're going to complete that in there, and there it is. The sugar-free, fat-free jello actually makes it really moist, makes it really soft, makes it taste really, really good. So I like to incorporate that in, and I blend it with water into a batter just like you would make pancakes. This is one of my most favorite meals, as I said before, and you can do whatever you want. That's the point of flexible dieting, is to fitting in and eating something that you enjoy, and you can eat every day if you wanted to. So this is by far my favorite one that I like to eat most mornings, and because I'm so busy and rushing out the door, it makes it quick and easy. I make it the night before. It's ready for me to grab in the fridge and to go. I can eat it on the go, which is nice. Like most of us, we don't have time to spend on making breakfast in the morning, so this is easy peasy. Alright, meal number 2, which I've got 7 ounces of sweet potato, yam. I've got about 2 ounces of fresh cut corn, 3 ounces of chicken. This is the meal I like to eat before my workout. And again, if you watch my recent video, it's an hour before training, because the protein and the protein, the chicken and the sweet potato is going to be slower digesting, which means slower absorption into your system. So you want to give yourself some time for that to completely absorb into and get ready to be used when needed, which would be training. So if you eat too fast before eat too soon before your training, you're really not going to utilize anything from your carbs and your protein until much later into your training. So that's why I like to eat an hour before. And so this is my second meal pre-workout, and this is the one I actually love the most because it's simple, it tastes good, and it's just the best options. But there's so many other options out there, so you just choose what works best for you. So today for my post-workout meal, I decided to have cookies. My recipe I made from the other night, which is the cranberry flax cookies. So I decided I wanted this as my post-workout meal with half a scoop of whey protein. So I only did half a scoop because I only need so much protein in the day. So I measured that out to exactly what I needed. Add in so I create my recipes. So we got my cranberry flax cookies here. You guys saw the M&Ms, huh? So I had 2 of the cookies. I had manually put all this in when I made the cookies, so I knew exactly what was in a batch. So I had 2 cookies. So that gives you the rundown. And 2 cookies was 8.6 grams of fat. We go down to 21.8 grams of carbs, and then just 2.9, almost 3 grams of protein. So you can see here that having this right after my workout, I get a lot of carbs, and they're fast digesting, so they're going to be more apt to be used for recovery and refueling, bringing your insulin back up from exercise. So we're going to put those in. Having a quick digesting carb food item that's higher on the glycemic level and a sugar, your body's going to be more apt to use it as recovery, bringing your insulin back up that's depleted through exercise, instead of storing it as fat. So many people think they can't enjoy things like this, but it's really what it is just wrong timing, or either too much, not enough exercise. So you can have these things and make it use most to your benefit. So have a cookie after your workout, like I did. So today this was my post-workout of choice. Yummy! I'm eating. Wanna watch me eat? It's so good. So nutritious. So this is my 4th meal of the day, which I've already half eaten because I was starving. But it was 1 cup of quinoa, tomatoes, a bunch of cucumber, and chicken. I usually like to eat this meal, or I eat my 4th meal about 45 minutes to an hour after my post-workout or after my training. So I have my post-workout meal, which is the cookies and the whey protein, and now I'm having this about 45 minutes to an hour later. I usually probably eat a little bit sooner than that because I get so hungry. But yeah, so this is meal number 4. And these were my choices today so far of what I wanted. So, and again, you can get so creative with what you want, but I just love fresh, home-cooked food. So yummy. My half-eaten food. Right, fifth meal of the day. Oops. So this is 7 ounces red potatoes. Got green beans underneath there. That's about 90 grams of green beans, and then I have ground turkey that's cooked with different herbs and spices and also turmeric, which is really good for you, joints and inflammation. So this is my 5th meal. I like to stick with my carbs around my workouts, just because I think you utilize the carbs more to your benefit when they are around your training. So it doesn't have to be right around your training, but that's how I like it. Plus, gives me energy. So 5th meal today is yummy. I can't wait to eat it. I'm gonna eat it now. Okay, bye. Alright, so we're on last meal of the day, which would be meal 6. We got 2 whole eggs, hard-boiled, 2 pieces of toast, which is the Alvarado Street. Hold on, let me get this. The Alvarado Street Bakery. So this one's the sprouted whole wheat bread. The one I get from Costco. So I'm halfway finished preparing my meal 6. Sorry, messing it up. Okay. So last meal of the day, we are going to put in, there is our protein bread, put in 2 slices. Now we got whole eggs. Oops. So we want 2 of those. 2, and let's see, nope. And then we put on avocado. I did about 31 grams of avocado, so we do that. So last meal of the day is put in. Alright, the final product. Sprinkle of garlic and pepper on top. Does that look good? Okay, finishing today with this. Going down the hatch. This has been my favorite meal. Ending my day with this for the last week. It's so good. I know I'll have another new obsession soon and I'll share it with you guys. So my next video is going to be on when you're out and choosing different options to fit into your flexible dieting for macros. So watch out for that video. I'm gonna finish eating this. Okay? Okay. Bye. Mwah. And here is the rundown of my day. So you can see why calories never matter, because I'm only to 2,521 calories. Went over what it said, but I'm just about to my fat. Went way over my carbs, which I need it, so I'm not too worried about that. That's about what I've been hitting the last few weeks. And then protein, I went over my protein, but because I did go over my protein a little bit, I'm not too worried about filling up my macros with my fat. So it's never, you never want it to, you don't have to stress and obsess on it being exact numbers. So in the ballpark is just fine, but I pretty much hit my macros somewhere around there. Carbs, I'm not too worried about, again, because I need the carbs. I think carbs really maximize more fat burn and more lean muscle gain, and plus you feel so much better. Instead of being unenergetic, flat looking, I think carbs really fill out your muscles, give you that firm, curvy look, which is what we all want. So eat your carbs, they're really good for you. That's all there is to it. So eat your carbs. So this is the completion of my day, so you can see that we pay attention to macros, not so much calories, because if you're following calories and you're only trying to get like 1,400 calories in, you're going to cut yourself short of everything you need. So that's why you do not pay attention to calories. Pay attention to macros. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this really informative and beneficial to your own flexible dieting macro needs. Please like and share, comment below if you have any questions. Check out my Facebook, Jen Heward, and my Instagrams, honeybunsfit or Jen Heward Fit. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys more stuff, food, and more food.